Every visionary has a story to tell. These stories educate and inspire us all.
You could hear them cranking up in the morning and hear the click, click, click of the roller coaster.
It's really feeling satisfied and feeling gratified with bringing happiness to young children, especially families.
Working with people who are having a good time is so much better than any other job.
Join us as we learn from these trailblazers.
I started in the engineering, electronic engineering degree. So I make a project and I built a jukebox. And I put the jukebox in one of the bowling alleys that belongs to a friend of mine. And it was such success, you know. At this time we make handmade coins. And in the middle of the night he called me that the 100 coins that I left there already gone. So I crossed the street because the bowling was on the street, and I saw everybody on the jukebox, around the jukebox, nobody playing in the bowling alley. So I thought that this can be a good business. So together with a friend, we started to build, and we built 15 of those and put in the bars. And this is how I started the coin-operated business. After this, in one ice cream parlor that belongs to also a friend of mine, he told me that he has a pinball machine in his store and he doesn't know what to do. So I told him, let me see. And we put this in the pinball machine in the bar. It was also a big success because it was the first pinball machine. And this is how I started and built a lot of arcades with pinball machines. And we have about 2,000 machines during the next years. One of our suppliers from New York City invited me to go to Italy to meet a friend that owns an amusement park in Naples called Edenlandia. It's a nice amusement park. And the owner of the amusement park told me, do you have something like this in São Paulo, in Brazil? I told him, no, we have some very old parks. I send you some rides and we get partners on this. Said, okay, if you want to do this, no problem. And he brought we imported at this time the first rides, and including an iron roller coaster, all traveling, right? And I put this in a place that was a slide ride belonging to my friend, and we make a kind of business, and the slide was called Play Center. So also was a success because the first roller coaster in Brazil, imagine how it was, and each car with 6 passengers, and we charge $1 per passenger. So each time I saw the car going down, I was saying $8, $8, $8. This must be a good business. So we sold the pinball operation, the coin operation to Taito, Japan. He bought, and with this money, with this capital, we built Play Center, Play Center Park in São Paulo. Fascinating business. Every day is a new day. And also I liked very much how I felt that the visitors, the attendants, the people, the families, they loved to be in line, to stay 1 hour in line, to get into a ride, and smiling, and the energy of this business, this was more fascinating me. Besides that, was a good business as well. So this is what I like more in the business, and the continuous challenge to improve and especially in the safety issue, right? That was always my concern. And this is what I really like in the business. And it was a completely new business, right? Mm-hmm. So was the first park in São Paulo, and very successful from the beginning. I think that the rental conditions allow this. In the States, the rent is very high per square feet. So it doesn't pay to make investment. This is my opinion, right? Besides this, I think that the shopping mall business started in Brazil much later than in the States. So I think that this is the issue that allow us to develop but there are in the States some indoor parks also in the shopping malls, very successful. In the Canada also, right? Mm-hmm. In the 90s, my dream after many years was to build a theme park. So in 1995, a pension fund, what was the biggest pension fund in Brazil, equity fund, no pension fund, equity fund, joined us, and then I got the finance support to build the park, and we make the project and build the Hopi Hari theme park in Brazil, right? What is a $280 million project. Big, huge, beautiful project. Was a challenge, and a lot of mistakes were done in this case. And the biggest mistake was the overinvestment. And I think in our business, I think that the most dangerous thing is you get enthusiastic with a project, and sometimes you don't think in the return of investment. We have a lot of challenges in Hopi Hari because in the middle of construction, we have 3,000 people working on the construction. We must stop the construction because we are building this in a site that have some environment problems. So we stopped the construction and readapted the project for what was necessary to do to attend the exigence. And this make the overinvestment, besides that it took 8 months more of the opening, right? First of all, I think that starting with Play Center, the industry, the players, they get more professionally. There were more incentive to invest, to import rights, right? A lot of rights, especially from Italy. I don't know why it fits, but there were a lot of traveling parks was developed. But we went, it's a kind of roller coaster. The period, we have in the 90s, late 90s, were big investments like Hopi Hari, other 2 big theme parks were built, and we invested in Play Center Park also a lot because the government gave incentive to this sector. When they cut the investments, there was no more growth in the industry. So we have a lot of challenges like our industry. The labor laws are very, very strictly. They are not friendly. The taxes, import taxes, plus other taxes are very high. So today, to invest in a new park from the ground, greenfield, I think that doesn't get the payback on the investment. This is why there are no more new parks in our country. And it's a shame because our country has all the possibility. We have the population, meaning the density, we have the climate very well. We have the Brazilian people, they like to have fun. They go. They're all are family-oriented. So the market is there. The government must understand that they can make a big development. Up to date, with other problems, political problems, and that we have in Brazil, as you probably know, so we don't have, we don't have the challenge, let's go and do it. Every time that you want to do something, comes the government and makes you some problems. I think that they have specific conditions in Latin America. There are some countries in South America that are doing very nice, very well, like Mexico, for example, doing very well. But in other countries, the big project failed. The small and medium projects of parks, they are doing very well. The FECs are doing very well in the malls. The traveling are doing very well, the traveling parks. But the big project, where you must charge a good value to the gate, on the gate, there, I think that Latin America, it's still, we must wait for the big projects. This is my opinion. Different than in Asia and in Europe or, of course, in North America. I had a partner, one of our partners that joined us in 75 or 76 was Mr. Lefferhardt, one of the owners of Phantasialand in Brill, Germany. And he told me about IAAPA. So it was the first trip that we made together. This was in 75 or 76. And IAAPA, I think, was very useful. I used to bring to IAAPA a big team of our employees to understand the industry, to visit the parks behind the scenes, to get involved in the seminars of IAAPA. So this also gave us an idea to develop, to make a kind of association of the parks in Brazil. So I was the founder of ADIBRA, what is the Amusement Park Association, like IAAPA. IAAPA helped us a lot. Dennis Spiegel was at this time the chair of IAAPA. He came to Brazil. We founded the ADIBRA. Today ADIBRA is very active. It's a good association with a lot of members in Brazil. So I think that IAAPA has a very important role for developing of our industry, absolutely. The biggest asset that we have in IAAPA is that we are not competitors. It's in this association what I felt that I have always helped from whatever it's a country, and I'm going to visit a park, I'm always very welcome. I think the biggest challenge in the industry is the technology. The new technology can be our competitors, or can be our partners. Like the virtual reality now is coming, it can change the industry. But I still think that the parks are the place to people get together. The challenge will be the technology, and we must be very careful with technology, with the social media, of course. Today, if you have an incident or you have an accident or something, in seconds, the world knows about this. So we must be very careful. I think this is one of the most important issues.